Welcome to Secrets to Win Big with Arjun Sen. This is Arjun, and it is a pleasure to bring you a 5-minute podcast highlight about my conversation with Bob Bafundo, current Chief Operating Officer, Buffalo Wings and Rings, and before that, he was president of the Rave Restaurant Group, which runs pizza in Pi 5. In one of Bob's journeys when he was running a company, I was very fortunate to see him act from close. Just to give a little non-confidential background of the company, this company has been going through fatigue. Over the years, they have come to a point where among franchisees, there was nothing much to win for. There was lack of trust. And of course, once there's lack of trust, it makes future action very difficult. Bob came in and all he did first was listen. He traveled around the country, meeting every franchisee to listen. No advice, just listened. And then he found out what some franchisees are doing to be successful and identified one thing. And then he made a mission of his life to go back to every franchisee because he has built some trust to get them all focused on doing that one thing system-wide every day. And that got that whole brand to win after years. And of course, that put Bob and the franchisees in a connection that could be leveraged for the next success. Simply brilliant, because this was no major inspiring PowerPoint presentation. This was literally blue collar caring and bring trust back in the relationship with franchisees, which translated back to guests. Here are some key insights from my conversation with Bob. Bob talked about do not confuse activities with results. When he met every franchisee, there was a purpose. Build trust, get them one win, because the path to 100 wins starts with the first win, then the second, then the third. You cannot skip that. Next, with the right team, the journey becomes heck of a lot of fun. Why are we doing it if it's not fun? And that's something, the right team, surrounding yourself with the team at the very beginning is very important. I remember as I was getting ready to recruit somebody for my team when I was VP of Marketing and Operations at Papa John's, I realized a very important thing to think about. If I'm stranded at an airport for 6 hours with this person, how would this person and myself react? It's very important because we are human beings. If it's not fun working with each other, why are we doing it? The third is driving changes that is like putting water in a funnel where the bottleneck capacity defines the progress. It's not about the big ideas. As you implement, what are the corporate bottlenecks? Because that will define us. In case of Bob, he wanted to pick the one win that every franchisee can do. He did not take the most dramatic win, the biggest win possible, and choose the most capable franchisee, the franchisee with all resources to demonstrate his win big. No, he wanted everybody to win. So he went to the lowest common denominator to make the system stronger. Finally, Bob also talks about do things right, make execution the point of difference. Again, how we do it consistently matters. Focus on traction, not just on speed. Help create repetitions without distraction. It's not about rushing, it's about doing it right. Go back to the days when we were all young kids taking exams. It's not about raising a hand first and say, hey, I'm done with the test. You don't get any extra credit for doing it. But it's all about traction, doing it right. Finally, to be a successful CEO make it easier for every person in the team to succeed. There are two parts to this statement. One is every person wants to succeed. Nobody plays to fail. Connecting to that desire is very important. And then as a leader, show them the path. Be the cheerleader. Break barriers, bring resources, but get out of the way after you make it easier for them to succeed. Then just sit back and applaud. Again, I truly enjoyed this conversation with Bob Bafundo, and it's an honor and a pleasure to share with you. Please subscribe to the podcast at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or at zenmango.com. And again, enjoy listening, and truly an honor to bring this to you.